What's up, guys? This is Tank-Herbo, and this is going to be my Liberty Falls Easter egg tutorial guide of us showing you guys on how to do the steps of Liberty Falls Easter egg. So now let's talk about Gobblegums. The first Gobblegum I would recommend is definitely bringing a Pokeholic, and then I also recommend bringing a Hidden Power so you guys can get instant gold rarity gun. Also, if you guys ain't got any Pokeholics, definitely bring a flavored hex so you guys definitely get a chance to try to get a Pokeholic, or you can just buy all your Pokes of the game. I'll definitely recommend an Idol's Eye for the boss fight, a Free Fire for the boss fight, and then I also recommend a Who's Keeping Score to get the points that you need for the Easter egg as well. Alright, so for your field upgrade, I would highly recommend bringing Ether Shroud. Ether Shroud is definitely going to be very handy throughout the Easter egg of Liberty Falls. Also, it's going to be very handy for the boss fight as well. When you get through more and more of the steps of the boss fight, I'll talk more about that later on down in the video of why it's so useful to have Ether Shroud as well. But I would definitely recommend bringing Ether Shroud as your field upgrade. Alright, so the first thing I would recommend is as soon as you jump into the match, I would go ahead and pop the Gobblegums that you have already equipped when you first join into the game, which is usually I like to keep my Ultras equipped, which is would be my Pokeholic or my Hidden Power, which is what I go ahead and pop here, so I can go ahead and get all of my perks and my Hidden Power, so I can get my gold rarity right off the bat for my gun. After you do that, I would go ahead and start gathering up some points and opening up the doors so you can make your way through the map to get to the Pack-a-Punch machine and get the Pack-a-Punch machine open and ready to go. As you're gathering points to go ahead and open all the doors to get to the Pack-a-Punch, you can also get some other steps done in between, like building the jet gun for the Easter egg, because you will need the jet gun as well. And I'm going to go ahead and show you all 3 steps on how to build the jet gun now before we get to the main quest Easter egg. So to get the first piece to the jet gun, what you're going to do is go through these doors and then come up through these stairs into the cemetery area by the church. And what you're going to do is find a zombie that is called the groundskeeper. And what you're going to do is once you find the groundskeeper zombie, you're going to kill that zombie, and the groundskeeper zombie is going to drop a key that you can pick up. Now if he doesn't pop up right off the bat, like he did in my game, what I'll do is recommend to stay in the cemetery area until he shows up. Sometimes it takes a couple rounds for him to pop up, and sometimes he spawns in instantly. After you get the key from the groundskeeper zombie, what you're going to use that key for is you're going to bring it over here to this little shed, and then as soon as you open the door, that would be where you obtain your first piece to the jet gun. So what you're going to do after getting your first jet gun piece, what you're going to do is come down these stairs, turn to your right, over here by the speed color machine, and you're going to be able to come over here by this little hose thing and grab this water valve off of the top of the hose, and that would be your next part that you need to pick up to obtain the next part to the jet gun. So as soon as you collect that water valve that you just picked up, what you're going to do with that water valve is now you're going to take that to the Liberty Falls bowling alley, and you're going to come up to this little panel on the wall in the bowling alley, and you're going to punch the panel. And then what it's going to do is you have to hold this water valve in the little panel thing that we broke off in the Liberty Falls bowling alley until the water pressure meter is full in the game. Once that meter gets full, then a part will shoot out of the little panel that we had to open to do the water pressure, and it would be the water pressure gauge that you would have to pick up, and that would be your next part to the jet gun. And when you're doing this step as well, watch out for zombies. This part can definitely get a little tricky when you're running a solo game. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on zombies when you're turning the water valve. Now the last part to get for the jet gun is you would have to wait until round 11 for a Mangler to appear. And what I would highly recommend is once you get that Mangler to appear is to shoot his cannon off of his arm. You can also get a Mangler cannon through the workbench as well if you want to do it that way instead of waiting until round 11. But if you don't have the salvage or the level to get the Mangler cannon, I would recommend going ahead and just wait until round 11 and waiting for a Mangler to spawn in. Once Mangler spawns in again, definitely shoot his Mangler cannon off of his arm, And when you do that, you'll be able to pick up his Mangler cannon off the ground and be able to use the Mangler cannon to get the next part to the jet gun. What you're gonna do once you get the Mangler cannon is you're gonna come up to this door and shoot this door with the Mangler cannon that you picked up from the Mangler. And what you're gonna do is go around and dig through the scrap on the floor, and then you're gonna find the electrical wires, which would be the last part that you need to build the jet gun. As soon as you get the electrical wires for the last part to the jet gun, what you're going to do is come up here to the motels, and you're going to come up here to this door, and what's going to happen is there's going to be some zombies that bust open the door, and all you have to do is kill those zombies off, and you'll go into that door that the zombies busted open, and you'll be able to build the jet gun. As soon as you get the jet gun built, now we will be on our way to start the main quest Easter egg for Liberty Falls. And the first thing you're going to do is go to the church if you've already gotten the church open. And you're going to come up here to this device and hold square or whatever button it is that you activate stuff with. And that will start a little thing when Pano starts talking to you for a minute. And as Pano is talking to you, once you activate that device, it'll make it to where no zombies will bother you throughout this little talk that Panos does with you for a minute until he's done talking. Once Panos is done talking to you, the first thing you're going to have to do is get 3 parts to build the LTG. Once he's done talking to you, you're going to come up here and pull out the jet gun and suck up this hat that I'm sucking up right now with the jet gun. The second part to the LTG is you're going to make your way down this pathway from the church, and you're just going to keep going, and you're going to jump up on this little ledge to get up on this little roof part, and then what you're going to do is jump on this white van right here, and then you're going to turn behind you, and in this little window, you're going to also suck another LTG part out the window with the jet gun. Next, just go down these stairs. Just follow me on where I'm going in the video. Just go down these stairs and then come into this room where Quick Revive and Double Body Armor is. And then you're going to jump on this table and then look up. And then you're going to suck the last LTG part with your jet gun. Alrighty, after you get done sucking up all of the LTG parts with the jet gun, what you're going to do is make your way around the way I'm going. Just follow me in the video. So you're basically just trying to get on top of the bank. And once you get up on top of the bank, there's just going to be this little workbench over here where you can build the LTG device itself. After you get the LTG built, you'll be on your way to the next step of the Easter egg. After you get the LTG built, what you're going to do is make your way back to the church and go back to this device that we activated when Panos talked to us, and you're going to grab a cylinder out of the device. And then what you're going to do with that cylinder is you're going to run the cylinder all the way down to the spawn area, and you're going to place the cylinder down by one of these little trap things like I'm doing in the video now. After you place the cylinder down where I showed you to place the cylinder, what you're going to do is come over here to this little thing on the ground, and this is where you place the LTG down. Once you place this LTG down, what you're gonna do is have to defend it. I think it's for like 60 seconds, I believe. And after you defend it, what's gonna happen is either a mangler or an abomination is gonna spawn out. After defending the LTG and you get one of the mangler or the abomination to spawn, and in my video I got the mangler to spawn in first. What you're going to do is get their health down really low all the way until he starts glowing like a purple, and then you're going to come over here and activate this trap and get the mangler or the abomination in that trap. And once you do that, you're going to finish killing off the mangler or the abomination, whichever one you get in the game first, and slide this little purple trap. And once you do that, what it's going to do is the souls are going to go into the little cylinder that we placed on the ground. So what you're going to do after you kill the abomination or the mangler that you get in your game, and you get the soul into the little cylinder that we place at the spawn of the game, what you do is pick that cylinder up and you're going to run it all the way back to the church. It's only going to give you 1 minute and 30 seconds to get the cylinder back to the church. And what you do with the cylinder is you put the cylinder back into the device we originally pulled it out of, and then we're on to the next step of the Easter egg. After you place that cylinder into the device in the church, the next step you are going to do is you're going to grab this little Strauss counter out of the device that it gives you. And then what you're going to do is those 3 locations around Liberty Falls that you're going to have to use this Strauss counter. The first location is just follow me down this pathway I'm going out of the church, and it's going to be you to jump over this little wall here, and it's going to be right here. Now with the Strauss counter, what you're going to have to do is activate this little device, and whatever color it is, it's going to be the opposite of that color. So if it's green, that means you're going to have to change it to red. If it's red, you're going to have to change it to green. Or if it's yellow, it will stay the same color as it is, which is yellow. So after you get done with the Strauss counter onto the first location, what you're going to do is make your way to the next location to use the Strauss counter again. Basically, just follow me where I'm going, pretty much in the game, all the way. I'm basically going to the next location, to the next device of where we need to use the Strauss counter again, and just follow the route I'm going here to get to where we need to go. All right, right here would be the second location where you need to use your Klaus counter. And if you see that my Klaus counter shows at a red, so I ended up just keeping the light green. And now we'll be on to go into where the last location would be where you would use your Klaus counter. So what the last device would be is just follow the way I'm going right now to get to where you need to use your last Klaus counter. And once you use your last Klaus counter, what's going to happen is if you got all of the things right on getting them to the color they need to be, 3 purple beams are going to shoot out of all 3 of the devices that you had to use your Klaus counter on, and it's going to beam to where you need to pick up your next cylinder in the game. As soon as all 3 of the purple lights are done beaming this little device over here, it would take away that little purple smoke that's around the device, and you should be able to pick up the next canister to do the next LTG step. Once you get that next canister, after doing the Klaus counter step, what you're going to do is take the canister all the way up to the church area by the strap, and you're going to do the same thing and place the canister down by this little trap area on the pathway to the church. After you place the canister down by the next trap, what you're going to do is come up here into the cemetery area, and there should be another thing on the floor where you can place the next LTG, where you have to defend the LTG again for 60 seconds. And once you get done defending the LTG, you're either going to get the Abomination or Mangler. In my game, I got the Mangler, so I'm going to get the Abomination in the next LTG step after defending it. Make sure after you do the first LTG part, you go back and pick up the LTG from the spot you defended the first area at, because in my game I ended up forgetting to pick it up. But basically just run back to the spawn area like I'm doing here in the video, and I'm recollecting the LTG. After you're done defending the second LTG, again, you can either have a Mangler or Abomination spawn in the second LTG area when you're defending it. Again, in my game, I got the Mangler first, so in the second time I did the LTG step in the cemetery, I ended up getting the Abomination. So it's going to be the same thing. The Abomination is going to spawn in. You're going to get the Abomination's health all the way down to where they're going like purple. And then after they're going to purple, you're going to come down over here to this trap and activate it. And what you wanted to do is get them again to stand into the purple trap. While they're in the purple trap, you're going to finish killing them off. And after you finish killing them off, their soul should go into the canister that you place on the ground. After their soul have went to the canister, you're going to pick up the canister again, and you have to take that canister all the way back to the church. Again, it's going to give you a minute and 30 seconds to get the canister back to the church. Once you get the canister back to the church, you're going to place the canister back into the device we placed the other canister into. After you get that last canister back to the device in the church, at this point I would recommend gearing up getting like a level 3 body armor. I would recommend getting like a level 2 pack punch, maybe 3 if it's absolutely necessary. If you need it, I would recommend bringing like an idol's eye, or bringing like a free fire to the boss fight, because you are now gearing up to do the Liberty Falls boss fight. So yeah, I would definitely recommend getting all the stuff you need. If you ain't got all your perks, definitely get all your perks. If you need, like I said, triple body armor, I definitely recommend getting a triple body armor for this boss fight. I would definitely recommend getting like a level 2 or 3 pack a punch on whatever gun you're using. Definitely at least a pack a punch level 1 on the jet gun for sure, because that's definitely going to be your biggest help when it comes to doing the Liberty Falls boss fight. Once you're fully geared up and you got everything you need, like your triple body armor, all your perks, all your gobble gums, and all the pack punches you need, that means you are ready for the boss fight. Once you're ready for the boss fight, all you have to do is go up to the church. And as soon as you get to the church, you're going to walk up to the device in the church and hold square, and that will start the Liberty Falls boss fight. Another thing I forgot to mention, I'll definitely recommend bringing full armor plates and making sure you have a self-revive as well for the boss fight. Once you start the boss fight, there will be 3 waves in the Liberty Falls boss fight. Each wave will get harder and harder, but the first wave will be you just surviving zombies, so I would recommend definitely training the zombies around the church area. And basically, you just have to kill all the zombies for the first wave of the Liberty Falls boss fight. Once you complete the first wave of the boss fight, it's going to spawn in a max armor. I want to let you know that you have completed the first wave of the Liberty Falls boss fight. Once the second wave of the Liberty Falls boss fight starts, a red mangler is going to spawn in, kind of like how the in the LTG step we had to defend the LTG and kill the red mangler, which is he's going to be more of a beefier mangler than any of the other manglers. So once you get to the second step of the boss fight, red mangler is going to spawn in, and you basically have to take him down and the rest of the zombies for the second wave of the boss fight. Once you take down the red mangler and the rest of the zombies for the second wave of the Liberty Falls boss fight, a max ammo should spawn in. And once that max ammo spawn in, you grab the max ammo, and it's basically telling you that you've completed the second wave of the Liberty Falls boss fight. Once you completed the second wave of the Liberty Falls boss fight, you're going to start the third wave, which is the third wave would be the hardest wave of the Liberty Falls boss fight. What's going to happen is you're going to get a beefy abomination that's going to spawn in, a couple regular manglers that's going to spawn in as well. Your goal is to basically take down the beefy abomination and regular manglers to finish the third wave of the boss fight. I would highly recommend popping an idol's eye to take down the beefy abomination. That's what I did here in my video. It makes it super easy to take him down and to finish him off as well, especially using the idol's eye to take down the beefy abomination. Once you complete the third wave of the Liberty Falls Easter egg, what's going to happen is you're just going to randomly go down like you would if like a zombie would kill you. You just go down, and that would start the Liberty Falls cutscene, letting you know that you have completed the Liberty Falls Easter egg.
What is your status? Who hurt them? I swear I'll...
No interruptions for this next part. Thank you, my friends, for volunteering to take my place here. Or, in your parlance, thank you for being voluntold. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a few scores to settle. Bye-bye, Dark Ether.
Hopefully this Easter egg tutorial guide was very helpful for you guys. If this Easter egg guide was very helpful, please smash a like button. It'd be much appreciated. If you guys want to see more of my Easter egg tutorial guides, come to the YouTube channel. Comment down below and let me know what map you guys want to see me do an Easter egg tutorial on next. That would also be much appreciated if you guys let me know. And again, there will be a lot more zombie content coming to the YouTube channel. definitely go check it out whenever we post it. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so y'all get notified by every video upload. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye bye.